Welcome, Aquarius. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. Today, we are going to do what I call a personal growth reading. It's taking a look at blocks, fears, obstacles, strengths, and where it all leads to once you get through the process. This is for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising. It is middle of May to middle of June-ish, but keep in mind these are more timeless. You'll come across them when you need to. Also, regardless of whether this resonates or not, you should always check out your other placements in this type of reading because you just get more like added information. And sometimes those just help. So we'll get started here. Let me get a couple more shuffles in for our Aquarius. What do we need to know? What do our Aquarius need to know? One more shuffle. What do our Aquarians need to know? Okay. Let's do this. Two cards for blocks, please. Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Obstacles or fears, Two of Swords. Five of Cups. Okay. Strengths. Page of Swords, Justice, what you don't see, Emperor, Ten of Swords, Unexpected, Eight of Wands, Challenge, Seven of Wands. Where does this lead, please? Three of Swords after that. Hate that one. Okay, I have to stop. The High Priestess, when I pull cards and it comes at the end of the reading, it's my stop card. Stop. No more pulling cards or no more reading out. So I'm going to leave it at that because what it means to me and when I'm doing readings, and this doesn't mean it means this to everybody, it is my either the querent knows what they need to know or they don't need to know right now. That's the energies. Like it. Sometimes in readings, we're not supposed to know what comes next because then we change that, right? So because of free will, and a lot of times, and I see this often, like sometimes I'll get that reading and I have to tell her I can't read you on this because Spirit doesn't want me to, and that's just the way I feel. And sometimes Spirit wants us to work through it alone. Like, yes, the tarot's nice, but maybe ask a different type of question to help you get through where you're at right now, but not necessarily know what's going to happen in the future, if that makes sense. I'm a firm believer on that for me. And I've done enough readings where that's how it seems to come up for me. So advice is Ten of Wands. Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. There's something here about, I feel like leveling up. And I'm going to say that because we have the Queen of Pentacles in your block and Nine of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. There's something here where you feel like you can't reach a certain level, whatever that level is to you, whether it's more money, whether it's to buy a home, whether it's to be a wife, a husband. The gender could be anything. I'm going more female because it is a queen, but it could be anything. And the other thing, though, is I think what's blocking you is the fight. It's like, how much fight do you want to put in? And I feel like you're kind of at the end of your rope. If you see that Five of Swords card, he's got ropes around him and he's trying to get to those swords. And it's like, is there really a way to break free? And that's what is blocking you. You don't see the how do I get free? How do I move up? How do I get there? How do I get my swords that I want so desperately so that I can be a whatever this level up is to you, whether it's more money, home. Usually pentacles have to do with job. So it could be like a promotion or anything like that. So keep that broad. Your obstacles, and these, okay, so we've got an obstacle and a block here, or an obstacle and a fear. Your obstacle is the Two of Swords. You're getting in your own way. Two of Swords to me is you've got to make a choice of where you want to go and what's your next step. You've got to decide that Because if you don't, that's making a decision in itself. That's stagnant. I'm going to stay stagnant. If I don't make a decision here, I'm deciding that I don't want to move forward. Okay, so just saying. The Five of Cups, however, is a fear, and to me, it's a fear of being disappointed or lost or being hurt, but it's a big fear because for some reason I feel like, and I got this in my last reading, but I feel like that is like, putting that work in, and if I can't get there, how disappointed will I be? Well, you have to realize too that if you put the work in and you're not where you want to be right away, the work isn't wasted. The work isn't wasted. You've learned something, you've bettered yourself, you've moved up enough. If not, you've seen the movement, it's giving you more opportunity, regardless if it happens in the way you think it's going to happen right away. So I'm not saying that the fear isn't real. I totally get it. Like a fear of being hurt or disappointed is one of the hardest fears to get through, especially if it comes from, especially when it's been delivered to us over and over and over again, disappointment, disappointment, disappointment. The biggest thing to get over that kind of fear is to mark the times that you weren't disappointed and mark the times that things worked out the way you wanted them to, or even if they didn't work out quite the way you wanted them to, they worked out in your favor to some degree or another. And those are the important things to focus on, not the ones that you got hurt by or the ones that disappointed you. Because a lot of times we definitely have those times where things were good. So you just want to do, take yourself back and even write them down. If the fear is that deep about being disappointed or getting hurt, then write the times. How many times have I really been hurt and disappointed? And look at the other side though. More importantly, look at the times that it worked out for you, because sometimes we forget that. So in our strength is the Page of Swords and the Justice. Here's what I think. You're going to do the right thing in time. You have that in you to balance yourself. You have that justice feeling where you will be just to you or to the situation. And the Page of Swords tells me you have the tenacity to really put the energy in. Page of Swords has a lot of energy. Now keep in mind, this is also air signs. So and it's in your strength. So you have the ability to focus and get it done. Even if you're in your head about it, you can still do it because the Page of Swords works really hard. Like almost to the point where they're like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do it. So I think you can, and I think you have that in you. That's because it's coming up in the strength. What you don't see is the Emperor with the Ten of Swords. There is definitely something coming to an end here. This ending will be hard, no doubt, because it's going to lead to the Three of Swords. There's going to be some kind of sadness or separation coming in. Again, though, I can't tell you because I got the High Priestess after that. But I feel like it's a reminder here because what you don't see, I feel like honestly, this reading is giving you that if you don't do the work. Because if you do the work, being sad is very temporary. And I mean, it's more kind of disappointing, again, back to your fear, but it's not necessarily sad. But there is something here about control coming to an end, what you don't see. The thing is unexpectedly, you're going to learn how to carry this load. So 10 of Wands to me is about, and this is the 10, this is the 8. I'm sorry, this is the 8. So, I'm sorry. But the 8 of Wands, unexpectedly, I think there is going to be something that changes you a little bit. There's going to be a message or something that comes in that changes. And it's going to be a quick energy, whatever it is. Your challenge is the 7 of Wands. So there's something here where you're going to have to, I feel like this 8 of Wands kind of leads to that 7 where you'll have to stick up for yourself. You'll have to hold your ground and make sure that you do that. And that's, again, getting over that challenge. Because I feel like, too, that's where the disappointment leads. The 3 of Swords, the sadness, is not sticking up for yourself, not doing yourself justice. But you have it in you to do that because justice is in your strength. So remember that moving forward. Um, so the Three of Swords came up as where this all leads. Again, I think I explained that yeah, there's going to be something here that leads you to sadness, but I really feel like it's whether you put the work in or not. I really do, honestly. And I think that that's what the High Priestess is saying. That's why I have a stop here is you know what you need to do to get where you need to go. Golly, I just sounded like someone there, didn't I? Sorry. um, you do. And that's the High Priestess. The here and here, you know what your next steps are going to be. And I feel like it's also saying that your intuition knows exactly what you need to do. And so listen to that intuition. Because regardless of whether this sadness, this separation could be a separation of some sort that comes to play, go back to that Justice card too, because maybe it's the right thing that is supposed to happen. So let's say this leads to a separation of a relationship or a job. You have the Justice in your strength, which tells me a lot that maybe that was supposed to happen that way. And it's the right thing, but it won't feel that way at first because it won't. It'll be hard. And that's the 10 of Wands as your advice is, and this is the 10, is that you need to carry your load differently to get where you want to be. You have to, and to me, this is what it's saying is prioritize. Prioritize what you need to do, how you need to do it. Look at what you've done, what you haven't done. Can you do it? Yes, you can, because you need to focus on that. You need to focus on how you've been successful in the past. So this is all about organizing all of those thoughts and putting them all together, but understanding that you may need to do things a little differently than you have in the past or in the recent past to get to where you really want to be. And the 10 of Wands is a completion, and it is a good completion. It's just a lot of hard work. So it's telling you that maybe you need to spread the joy a little bit. Don't be over focused on one area. You have all kinds of life areas. Focus on other things as well. Don't stick to one thing. Sometimes when we're so focused on one area, again, that's when we can get disappointed as well. Because maybe we're not supposed to focus on that right now. Maybe now's not the time. So this is kind of a hard reading, but I don't believe it's negative. I feel like it's just a matter of kind of you revamping what you're doing and how you're doing it. So up to you. Anyway, take care, Aquarius. I hope you liked it. Give me a comment. I do read all the comments and appreciate them. Take care. Have a beautiful day.